Can you please remind me when we ended last week? Can someone please remind me where we ended it last week? Oh, no one will remind me. All right. Let's take it from our lesson today from deviations from the circle. I think last week we spoke about that, right? When we said there are certain things that may make the family to deviate from the normal growth or the normal development in the family.
Yes, madam.
If you remember, we said death, divorce, and some other points. Can we remember those other points?
Madam, please, we said that like the normal thing is that when you get married, couples have to start giving birth. That if they decide to wait or postpone childbirth, they deviated from the norm.
Yes, I remember that, but I'm saying that we gave out some points, or we listed some points that may cause the family to deviate, or the development of the family to deviate from the normal developmental stages. Okay. If you remember, we said the presence of other family members with the couples can also be another way there may be deviations. If you remember, we also mentioned death, divorce, and separation. Having children before getting married. All these can be deviations, or all these can make the family deviate from the normal developmental stages. I've misplaced my glasses, so I find it difficult to read. Okay. The framework also notes that in the family there are a number of positions. Okay, there are a number of positions, and we said the position of the father, which is the husband, the position of the mother, which is the wife, which we know, son as brother, daughter as sister. And if we can remember, we also make mention that We also said that the behavior expectation of each position in this house, in any of this household, is referred to as, can we remember what we said? How do you refer to the role of the positions given assigned to each member of the household? How do we refer to that? Hello,
Flow. Zero.
Madam Eunice, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Class, please, I've asked a question. Now, what is the name given to those roles that the individuals, that's the father as the husband, the wife, the mother as a wife? How do we term it? Hello. Hello. Coswell, can you help us?
Madam, please, somebody has raised their hand.
Okay. Yes. The one who have raised their hand. I'm listening, please.
Madam, please. Hello.
Hello, yes.
Please, it's known as role cluster. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, madam. It's a role complex. Hello. Hello.
Sorry, you're not doing that. Meet me myself. I didn't know. And now, Kate Brown, I was saying that you said Kate role
Role complex.
complex. So I was asking you to tell us what role complex is.
Madam, that's why it's individual members in the family that the roles they perform.
So then what is the role cluster? Because I asked a question and someone said role cluster, but you were of the view that it was role complex. So
Madam,
the role complex
Madam,
is the individual members of the family.
they are roles put together. Madam, the role complex is the individual roles of the family members put
Yes,
together.
I accept that. And I'm saying that so for us not to confuse ourselves. So then what is the role cluster?
It is the role individual members of the families play. Each
Role cluster.
person's role. Yes, please.
You are
No,
saying the same
this
thing.
one is
Behavior.
The role cluster is a behavioral expectations of each position.
Yes.
And then the role complex is the role is the individual members of the family. You know how they behave. That is the role complex.
Yes.
So there's a little difference between the two. Please,
Okay.
you should take notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So we also looked at the Havingat's developmental tax, how he defined developmental tax. And he said that developmental tax, he defined developmental tax as a tax that arises or about a certain period in the life of the individual and successful achievement of which leads to his happiness and success with later tax, while failure leads to unhappiness in the individual, disapproval by society, and difficulty with later tax. I think we concentrated more on the Duvel definition or his way of defining developmental tax of the families. Duvel, 1988, also identified the following as the developmental tax of the family. This was what he identified: providing physical care, allocating resources, then determining who does what. You could see that there's just a little, it's almost the same, but then there's just a little difference. Determining who does what, ensuring that members are socialized, establishing interacting patterns, incorporating and releasing members, relating to society through its institutions, and then maintaining the moral and motivation of members. When you compare the two, when Havingat was more or less talking also about the success and achievement, happiness, and then unhappiness of the individual, Duvel didn't really emphasize on that. All right, won't waste much time on it. Let's move on again to family problems and issues, where we looked at jealousy. I think we discussed it at length. We discussed the forms of jealousy and then the types of jealousy. Am I right? Hello, class. Please, are we here?
Hello. Yes,
Yes,
please.
ma'am.
Okay. So please, let's discuss the forms of jealousy. Someone should lead us. What are some of the forms of jealousy? What are some of the forms of jealousy?
Please, we have work jealousy.
Okay. And how did we say, or how did we explain it?
Okay. With this one, at workplace, you realize one of your colleague may get some promotion or maybe applaud for doing certain things, and you see, instead of them to be happy with you, they will be
Mm,
backbiting, and like they will decide not to even talk to you. And when you see
okay.
that, you realize that you are not you are not at peace with them. So that's how I
All
understand.
right. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Salome.
Welcome.
Okay. Any other form of jealousy? Please, we are talking about forms, please. The other types, the other forms, sorry, forgive me. I'm saying types. We also have the types, but we are talking about the forms, please.
Madam,
Other
please, we also
forms
have
of
friend
jealousy.
jealousy.
Please come again. I didn't hear you.
Please, I said we also have friend jealousy.
Yes, friend jealousy. Please, what is it? Can you please say something about it to us?
Um, Madam, please, when someone is afraid of losing a friend to another person,
Okay. Thank you, Madam Frances.
you are welcome.
Please, let's make it snappy. Forms of jealousy. Okay, if we remember, we also talked about forms of jealousy. We said the family jealousy. We also have romantic jealousy and then siblings jealousy. I think per the names, I believe we remember and we can explain what they are, or we can talk about it. When we say family jealousy, it's just rivalry among siblings in a family. And someone will also ask, then what about the siblings jealousy? In that case, we say that by a child's fear, when a child fears that the parents will replace him or her with new siblings or love other siblings more than him or her. And then the romantic jealousy, I think it's more or less between couples. All right. Then let's also look at the types of jealousy. Types of jealousy. Is anyone ready to talk? Types of jealousy.
Madam, please, normal jealousy and pathological jealousy.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Kate. So pathological jealousy, what is it? The pathological jealousy. All right. The pathological jealousy, we said it involves image of threat, paranoid suspicion, a high degree of emotional upset, or detective behaviors to check up on the suspected partner. That's the pathological jealousy, where threats comes in, life is at stake. But the normal jealousy is experienced when an individual sees a real threat, when an individual sees a real threat to the relationship and because of these experiences, and the person is moderately upset. So you see this one, there's nothing like, you see there is in our society, our various societies in which we live, every now and then you hear of domestic violence, and sometimes to the extent of maybe the other partner losing part of his or her body or even life. Okay, so you could see that between the two, I think you and I can detect which one fall under which one. Most of these things, most of the violence, domestic violence, fall under the pathological jealousy. All right, let's move again to factors or causes of jealousy, or factors that causes jealousy in a romantic relationship, which we also spoke about. So let's refresh our mind once again. And today is the first time I've seen one Edu Pokua. Edu Pokua. Are you here? Give us one of the factors. Edu Pokua. Hello. Hello, Edu Pokua.
Hello, madam.
Yes, madam. Kindly give us one of the factors of jealousy in a romantic relationship.
I would say not trusting the partner.
Oh, last week were you here with us?
My link wasn't, my network wasn't stable, so I was on and off.
I see. Well, I can't remember seeing these names. So. All right. Please, can someone help her for me? Factors.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Abigail.
Please,
How are you?
insecurity. Fine, thank you, ma'am. Please,
Please come and
insecurity.
say.
Insecurity.
Insecurity.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Can you please help to explain it?
In a relationship, certain times one may not have trust in the other, may think the other is doing something elsewhere, maybe having another partner or another romantic partner somewhere. It brings about all that.
Okay. You let me help explain the point. Insecurity, you
Thank you.
say a poor self-image. Okay. When one had a poor self-image or lack confidence, and one lacks confidence, can result in the feeling of insecurity. When one lacks confidence or a poor self-image, okay, if you can permit me, let me speak to you. Of course, ne ho nyɛ fɛ anaa ne ho nyɛ ɔno ara fɛ. Ɔngye ne ho nso ndi. When it happens like that, a person may feel insecure, and this may lead to being jealous in a relationship. There's any other factor? Any other factor? The feeling of inadequacy in your relationship. Generally, fearing that you are not good enough for your partner can also lead to jealousy. So the feeling of inadequacy can also be a factor of jealousy. Yes, can you think about the other points? Or do you not remember the other points?
Hello, madam.
Yes,
Madam,
madam.
please.
When one partner talks about an old relationship, it also brings about this jealousy.
Talks about an old
An
love.
old love.
Mm, or okay, love in the love that he or she shared in the old relationship may also lead to jealousy. Okay, any other type? Thank you, Madam Abigail. Any other type? Neurotism. Neurotism. So that is a general tendency to be moody, anxious, and emotionally unstable. Has to do with the brain. When one is the tendency of being moody, so being moody, being anxious, and emotionally being unstable. Maybe you are disturbed of something, a situation. You've lost a loved one, and probably psychologically it's disturbing you. Or you are even thinking about the relationship, whether the person loves you or not, and you are weighing so many things. Or you are seeing some red flags, and you started thinking about the whole thing, whether it will work. Edu Pokua, kindly mute yourself. Thank you. Okay, and the last factor we talked about was maintaining innocent friendships with members of the opposite sex. When you have friendship with the opposite sex, okay, that can also lead or can be a factor for your partner to be jealous. Innocently, when you say innocently, meaning like Bonibia and you dream, so you are not even thinking about anything, but secretly or at your blind side, maybe your partner may be jealous about it. And then the difference, now let's look at the differences in the experience of jealousy. I think that's where we ended last week, right? Or I'm wrong? The differences in the experience of jealousy. He said there is some jealousy component in the personality of some individuals. Some individuals are generally, they have a little component or some components of jealousy in them. Some people are naturally, they are just jealous about everything. The children who felt threatened in securing the love of their mothers may develop this personality and carry it throughout life. So we are looking at how, that jealousy, how it became, or how the individual had it. So let's try as mothers. I know the mothers are more on the platform. Let's try as much as possible to give love, equal love to our children. He said children who felt threatened in securing the love of their mothers may develop this personality and carry it throughout life. People who are insecure in their relationships are more likely to be jealous than those who feel secured. So the other ones, can we let it not be a one-way thing? So if these are some of the experience or differences in the experience of jealousy, let's also look at it. What other experiences can we also talk about? We talked about how children can develop it from childhood or from infancy to adulthood or grow up with it. Now we are also saying that those who feel insecure in a relationship, there's that tendency for them to be or to feel to be jealous than those who are secured in a relationship. Which other one can you also think about?
Hello, madam. Hello,
Yes,
madam.
yes, please.
Please, children from blended families can also feel insecure, and that can lead to they having this jealousy, growing with it.
Hmm.
And
So I still believe that children from or let's say children of blended families, maybe where they can't see their parents loving them as maybe those children that they had or some other siblings. So I think it still boils down to how parents or mothers maybe love their children. But thank you for that. Any other contribution? Any other contribution? People who feel that they have few alternatives are also likely to be more jealous. Generally, people who feel they have few alternatives are also likely to be more jealous compared to those who have more alternatives. And then separated and divorced people are more jealous than others because they are more likely to check their partner's personal belongings or listen in on a lover's telephone conversations. Females are found to be more jealous than males. I think we talked about this last week. I remember. Where I asked, is it true or is false? Females are found to be more jealous than males. All things being equal, differences in levels of commitment to the relationship affect differences in levels of jealousy partners will experience. Okay, when you feel you have put in so much in that relationship, you are likely to be more jealous than the one who haven't invested so much in the relationship. This sometimes goes to women who feel like they love the man more, and maybe you are not seeing that love from the man back. Then you begin to be jealous when you see any opposite sex around your partner. You are so jealous. Is that true? Am I right, my people? Hello, please, are we here? Where partners feel they have secured their position in a relationship, they tend to become less jealous. So, assuming you are in a relationship, you've not been married, maybe, let's say, maybe you are cohabiting, okay? You are such a person, there's a tendency for you to be more jealous than the other couple where you could see that they are fully married, they've settled down, they are fully married. Am I right?
Yes, madam, you are right.
Yes,
The
madam, it's
jealousy
true.
thing is becoming very sensitive, so we are not talking this morning. Because sometimes, when some of the points are raised, you can see yourself in it. It is well. And then the longer a marriage, the less jealous couple become of each other. Is it true? The longer
Yes.
a marriage.
Yes, madam, it's true.
Can you please
Eh, it is
can you
say,
gist us? Mm,
you've known yourself for long,
mm,
you've studied yourself enough, you've stayed for long, so you've come to know each other well.
okay,
Yeah, so there is no point being jealous about your partner.
I see.
Whoever the person is, you know it. Yeah, so you become okay with the person's lifestyle.
You are more or less relaxed,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, cry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Another major contributing factor to level of jealousy is the importance attached to the relationship, as well as how emotionally deep a person is involved in the relationship. So I was saying something earlier that, when you feel um you when one of the partner feel he or she love the other partner more, or it looks like her emotional investment in the relationship is more than the other person, that very person tends to be more than the other person. Madam Salome, kindly mute yourself. Thank you. Okay. And then this has to do with the level of love one feels for the, okay, I've said it. Okay, let's look at the positive functions. The positive functions. It is important to note that some amount of jealousy is very important for the vitality of a relationship. So someone will ask, so does it mean to be jealous is good? So we are saying that in some instances, it's good to be jealous. But the other aspect of it is very bad, especially the pathological aspect of it is very bad. That is where you if your care is not taken, you see, sometimes you will know very well that no, this thing, if I do it, if I kill this person because you yourself, you know that it's out of jealousy you are doing that, you go into prison. But out of emotion, you allow your emotions to lead you, you do the thing, then the consequences. So we are saying that we have some positive functions of jealousy, and some amount of jealousy is very important for the vitality of a relationship. So let's look at it. It is needed to make the other partner see the importance of the relationship. So it is good you make your partner see the importance of the relationship. So I believe where the other partner doesn't see the importance of the relationship, that is where jealousy exists, and there will be this, if care is not taken, it may lead to something else. So there's a need. If the other partner is not getting it, help him or her get it, how important the relationship is. Moderate amounts of jealousy have been found to be useful to every love relationship. Moderate amounts of jealousy have been found to be useful to every love relationship. So moderate, honey ho, kakra. Because sometimes out of your jealousy, it can prevent certain things from happening. Let's say, for example, maybe one of the partner is having some kind of friendship that you, the other partner, you can see from afar. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes when you are very close to some people, you may not see maybe their evil intentions towards you, but maybe the other partner may see it and probably step on your toes that no, this very person, look at this and that this person is doing. You come to reason up with the other partner and you realize that when you see the risk, probably in the risk that is about coming, or the danger that is about coming, probably you advise yourself to probably withdraw from that friendship or relationship. It helps to remind couple that certain aspects of the relationship is very important to them. It helps to remind couple that certain aspects of the relationship is very important to them. Certain aspect like what? Certain aspect like what? Hello? Oh, hello.
Hello, madam.
Yes, Ramat.
Like the communication
Hello.
in the relationship.
Communication in relationship. Really,
Yes.
it helps to
If,
remind couples that certain aspects of the relationship is very important to them.
yes.
You say communication.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you have a partner
Mm-hmm.
that you don't communicate often with, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe he or she has another friend that they are always talking, they end up talking about everything. Before you realize that every day he or she will be willing to talk to that person. Meanwhile, you that you are in the relationship with, there's nothing like talking, and it
Okay.
disturbs the relationship a lot.
I see. So this can, I could also add a little, or does someone have something to add to it?
Yes, madam.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so the other aspects or certain aspects, some of the aspects is the longevity of the relationship. That aspect too is it reminds the couple to be a bit jealous about it, so that at least the relationship can keep longer for them.
Okay. What I had wanted to add was that, you see, um when, like, to add up to what Ramat was saying, when communication is lacking, sometimes the other partner may not have the intention of doing anything bad. But you see, especially when it is the opposite sex, sometimes just through communication, before you realize something that you didn't intend to do, that communication, little, has led to something that you didn't intend to do. That's why I was making emphasis on the very important aspect of that statement, that it helps to remind couples that certain aspects of the relationship is very important to them. Say sexuality in our intimacy in a relationship is a way of communication. Is that true? Is
Yes,
that
please.
true?
Yes, madam, it's true. It's very true.
Hey, Ahmed, it's very true, but you've not been talking. All right. And you say it is an indication of caring for the other partner if it is expressed as normal jealousy. It is an indication of caring for the other partner. Yes, this remind me again. I was trying to say that sometimes you can see that maybe your husband or your wife, sorry, is in a just a normal, maybe to you, you are not seeing, the other person is not seeing it normal, but to the person who is in that kind of friendship, maybe seeing it normal. I heard a story where the husband had a female friend somewhere. It's not in the town where the couples live. So let's say maybe if the couples are at Cape Coast, maybe the other female friend of the husband is at, let's say, Kumasi. So the husband normally goes to Kumasi to perform some official duties. And sometimes when he goes there, the friend over there will offer him maybe an accommodation. Okay, so this is something to the husband. It's just a normal friendship. Okay, and maybe through conversation, you just say, oh, I lodged here. The other time, the second time he went there again, he said, I lodged here, to the wife, maybe through conversation. So the wife, I think, out of jealousy, it is normal, even though there was nothing going on, then begin to warn the husband, or like draw the husband's attention why he has to go and then get accommodation, maybe rather at a hotel or a guest house to stay, than taking this, because that friend at that moment wasn't married. Do you get it? That friend at that moment was not married. So anything could happen. But you were married. The man and the wife were married, happily married. But then the husband just felt, oh, this is my friend. My wife is aware that this is my friend. It was a close friend. But then the wife wasn't, or that even if the wife was very close to the lady, it's still not safe. So for the lady, for the wife to be saying that, no, you should stop going there, I think that is to show to the husband, let me say, how is that, it to show committed partners are to each other. No, that's not what I was saying. It shows the extent to which the partner is desirable to make sure that their relationship or their marriage work. I'm just trying to maybe explain some of the things. I always say that there's not a course we learn in isolation. There are things that happen around us. Okay, so let's also look at the other point, which says that it makes partners to examine and realize the value of the relationship. It makes partners to examine and realize the value of the relationship. Jealousy, positive jealousy, it helps the partners to examine and realize the value of the relationship. And it strengthens the bond between partners. It strengthens the bond between partners. Yeah. Come. Okay. It is considered as evidence of love. It is considered as evidence of love. That's the positive aspect of jealousy. So what the wife did, the scenario I was just giving, what the wife did was was an evidence of love. She doesn't want to lose her husband to another person in the name of friendship. All right. And then we also have, once we have the positive, we should also have the negative aspects. So we'll look at some of the negative functions of jealousy. It can lead to abuse. It can lead to abuse. That's why I started by saying that most of our domestic violence, or yes, that goes on around us in our societies, are out of jealousy. If you should dig into the issue, it's out of jealousy that has built up gradually to that level. it leads, so one of the negative functions, we said it leads to abuse, both physical and psychological. Both physical and psychological, or emotional abuse. You see, sometimes maybe you've done something, you've been doing something, maybe your partner has been talking about it and you haven't stopped. You know, with time, it builds up, and then you tend to abuse the other partner emotionally or psychologically or physically. And most of the physical abuse are most of the victims of physical abuse are mostly the women. And sometimes women also mostly psychologically abuse men. Mostly. Someone may ask, how have they been abusing men psychologically? Sometimes you are doing something as a woman, maybe your husband maybe doesn't like something and you continue to do it. You know, mostly we women, let's say, because we say we are the weaker vessels. So sometimes we may not beat the men, but sometimes we tend to abuse them psychologically. Wenum kasa a enye de. Sometimes we tend to be insulting them, or saying all manner of things. We are also abusing them psychologically or emotionally. All right. We said the negative function can also result in conflicts. Can also result in conflict. Madam Lai, kindly mute yourself. Thank you. Can result in conflict, which can result in the breakdown of the relationship. This jealousy thing, it can result in conflict. Then at the long run, the relationship can break down. It can also result in murder of a partner. Can result in murder of a partner. In one of our dailies in the past, daily graphic, I quite remember, I think in the late 90s or so, or early 20s, where a man, something led to something, and then the man have to shoot the wife. I think it happened I think at that time they've not divided the region. It happened somewhere in the BA. I don't know whether anyone can remember the story. BA, to be precise, go also. I always remember, anytime I'm talking about this thing, I always remember that story. Murder, or sometimes, if not murder, the one I'm talking about, the woman didn't die. The man actually shot her, but she didn't die. But then it has made the woman she's now disabled. I don't know whether she's still alive, because I know the woman. She was a teacher. She was then teaching. So sometimes some of this jealousy can be very, very dangerous. It may make one see the rival as better, leading to low self-esteem. You see, when we started this course, we spoke about marriage and men being polygamous in nature and all that. So in relationship where, let's say, there is an intruder, or there is a presence of an intruder, where you can see, or where the, let me say, the legitimate wife sees the presence or notice the presence of another woman, there is that tendency. There is that tendency. That is where maybe you see this particular point also materializing. Say it may make one see the rival as better, leading to low self-esteem. Or even at the workplace, I think all that we are talking about mostly in a house, in a setting where we've left out the work relation, at the workplace. Sometimes the presence of another person, an example being that maybe you, and then let me say maybe your head, the relationship was very good, very cordial, but the moment maybe let's say another teacher was transferred to your school, then maybe this your head happens to, let me say, maybe like the other person more than you. Or it could also be that the new person probably is very hard working, or so many things happen even at the workplace that also causes the negative aspects of jealousy come to bear, or we can attest to some of these negative forms of jealousy even at our workplaces, you see. So we should just be aware of these things so that it doesn't gradually lead to where you wouldn't want to see yourself someday. It said, if the rival is seen as more beautiful or more intelligent or more successful, it affects the self-esteem of the partner. So still, even in a couple setting, kind of, when the other partner is seeing, even men most often, when they realize that their woman, let's say, is very beautiful, so it's like everybody just like her or something, or is very successful, maybe in her career, you see, or earns more. Sometimes our men tend to be jealous. And vis-a-vis the other, vice versa. Okay. All right. If the rival is assessed as inferior, it still affects the self-esteem of the individual. So I want us to take note of this, that if the rival is assessed as inferior, it still affects the self-esteem of the individual, as jealous partner may feel their sense of specialness has been invaded because their partner had bad taste and is not discriminatory. When you make maybe that's your male colleague who is just your friend, you make him to feel that he is more handsome than your husband. Okay, you realize that your partner may have that this kind of experience that I am talking about at the moment. So let's see if these are negative functions of jealousy. Then let's see how we can deal with jealousy. We should be able to deal with it. So let's see how we'll be able to deal with jealousy. Jealousy, in a natural feeling, it becomes a problem when it is beginning to have negative effects on the relationship. So generally, when it becomes a problem, when it is beginning to have a negative effect on the relationship. So like there was a scenario I was saying that, like the story that the lady's husband was going to Kumasi for some official duty and stays with a friend, her friend, his friend, who happens to be a lady's house, who is not married. Okay, let's looking at that scenario, for instance. It will become a problem, okay, when the man doesn't see anything wrong with it. He doesn't see anything wrong with going to stay in the lady's house. After all, when I go there, I don't do anything. She's my friend, she's my very good friend. And you know, some men can also think like that, even when the woman is saying no, it's not safe. Some men can tell you that because there's nothing, he doesn't see anything wrong with it, so he wouldn't stop going there. And out of that, the woman may become more jealous. And if she sees that other lady, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? So it becomes a problem when it is beginning to have negative effects on the relationship. So quitting the relationship should not be the first option. So when you realize there is some form of jealousy in the relationship, quitting the relationship should not be the first option. First, find out what actually triggers the jealous reaction. Find out what really triggers the jealous reaction. And then try to find out if the situation is really bothersome. Try to find out if the situation is really bothersome, if you are the offending partner. So if you are the offending partner, identify aspects of the relationship that must be changed. You are following someone your partner is complaining about, or you have friendship with the other partner, opposite sex, which your partner is talking about. You see, so this is a gradual way of dealing with jealousy. Quitting your relationship with probably your husband shouldn't be the option. And then first of all, find out what actually is triggering that, or is making your husband to react the way he reacts, or your wife to behave the way she behaves. Then you try to find out if the situation is really bothersome. If it is not, or if it is, if you are the one or the offending partner, Then you advise yourself. Okay. All right, let's move on. Discuss with the offending partner behaviors that are leading to the feeling of jealousy. Adjust to each other in ways that will minimize the jealous feeling. It looks like I'm the only one talking.
No, madam, we
No,
are with
no,
you.
madam, we are here.
Yeah,
We are here.
but I'm
We
the
are with
only
you.
one talking.
We are here.
Madam.
And as an offending partner, if you are the offending partner, then try to reduce your contacts with the other person who is the subject of jealousy. So as I said, maybe that friendship, that your male colleague or that your female colleague that your partner keeps on talking about, then you should limit it. That your female colleague or that your male colleague can call you, you can be on phone for hours. And you know, if we can all attest to this, you realize that before an intimacy will happen between you and the other person, it started from communication. It started from communication, you know. So gradually, as you are talking with the person, gradually, you are getting close to the person, both emotionally and sometimes even physically. You can be on phone, someone is not your husband, but you can be on phone with the person because the person is not telling you that maybe my wife complains about the way I'm on phone with you. But you as a person, can't you also see that it's not the best? So sometimes some of these things can lead to jealousy, some form of jealousy. So we are saying that to deal with some of these things, let's cut down our contacts with those people that become whoever has become the subject of jealousy between you and your partner. Let's cut down. Let's cut down our communication, our contacts, hours or minutes with such people. Sometimes we are deliberately doing some of these things. So we should watch out. All right. We should try to be as transparent as possible to their partner. So we should try as much as possible to be transparent as possible. We should try as much as possible to be transparent as possible. And also we should avoid unhealthy relationships with people of the opposite sex. I think I kept on hammering on this aspect. We should avoid unhealthy relationships with opposite people of the opposite sex. And then don't behave in ways that will create any suspicions in the minds of the other partner. But that doesn't also mean that you are doing something. So you are trying to cover up. You are trying to cover up. So that the other partner wouldn't know or wouldn't see or suspect anything. So why won't you just avoid it? All right. Any question? Any question? Any addition?
Hello, madam.
Yes, Madam Lai.
Okay. So mine is on the transparency on the part of partners.
Okay.
What about partners who, especially in the monetary matters, when one partner
The
discloses
question is coming to all of us, so please listen.
when discloses what he or she have in the pocket, then the other partner decides that, oh, if you have this, then let me relax. When that thing happens, what do we do on the side of transparency?
Class, please, the question is to all of us. This one is not academic. It's not an exam where you say maybe you can't answer. We are all experienced. Most of us here are married. So please, let's help answer the question. Yes. Please, did we all hear the question?
No, please.
Hey, Madam Frances, we didn't hear the question.
Yes, the line is breaking.
Okay. Madam Lion, please position yourself well and then ask the question again.
Please, is it clear now?
I believe so. There were some noise, hitching noise in it. It's
Okay,
coming again. It's coming again. So if you can position yourself well a bit for us.
it's okay.
Okay, you talk and let's see.
Okay,
I
so
believe
our
you'll hear.
the part of the transparency. If one partner sees the pocket, I think when I talk of pockets, you understand, or the other, one of them decide to relax, and the responsibilities of the family. So when that thing happens, what should we do?
Madam Frances, or those who didn't hear the first question, please, did you hear?
Yes, please. Madam, please, me what I would say is that, like, you have a discussion with the partner involved, then you know how best you can go about it.
So what kind of discussion are you going to have? We are helping a sister or a brother.
And so, madam, you let him or
So
her know
what
how
form
you
of
feel. You let him or
okay.
her know how you feel when he denies or she denies giving you money.
Okay.
If I'm with you and like everything, I have to do everything on my own. Then as I said, I went for today. So you let him or her know how you feel when that happens. Then so if the person still insists on doing what he or she wants, then we also advise yourself.
Please, any other explanation to what Madam Lai is asking? Oh,
Hello, madam.
yes, Madam Barbara.
I also support what Auntie Francis said.
Okay.
If in case of something like this, if I've been doing everything like food aspect, and if I buy one full bag of rice, I'll reduce it and let you know that things are not working like that. My money is shorting. Things are expensive in the market. If it is the female side, that is what will happen. And I don't know the men's side, what they will decide. But for me, female side, you have every way of solving these problems. But we have such men that no matter what you do, the way they are, no, still they will behave that way. That one too, no, because they are hardened, no, unless you sit them down or do it bit by bit, it depends on how you approach the situation. Sometimes when you approach the situation in a harshful way, they will never listen to you. So you just study your partner when and where and how you present issue to them, they can listen to you. That's where you can apply it. Else, if you use someone's solution in your marriage, it will never happen. Because we have a saying that a dredge will be no angel. If the solution that I used in my marriage to solve the problem, if I give it to you, it depends on how the person was trained. That situation that the solution I used can help you or either worsen the problem. So you have to study your partner, know how to handle the issue. You don't have to be that compassionate that, okay, me and the side, so many years, that situation, you will even be depressed. So immediately you solve it fast. It has happened to me before. So you just have to try to solve the situation in how your partner is. Know how to handle it. Thank you.
Welcome. Madam Barbara, thank you very much. Madam Lai, how far? Have you been answered?
Yeah. So,
Somehow, eh?
yeah, somehow.
Or you want to add something?
Oh,
So,
I was thinking that
mm,
since normally we are in the church, we solve a lot of issues on these issues, and only from the men.
okay.
Men is uh,
Oh,
something.
your line is breaking, Papa.
Husband,
If you can please
is it
position
okay
yourself well
now?
for us. At a point, it will be okay, but when you are talking, then it begins to break.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
believe
okay.
it's,
Yeah.
yes, it's
So
okay.
the complaints are this: that when the men sees that the wives have something in their pocket, then
Mm.
some of them decide not to even attend to their responsibilities as expected of them. So
Wow.
most of the women, we hide our monies. Is it wrong?
I don't think it's wrong. Oh.
Eh, okay.
I don't think it's wrong, oh, because sometimes they also say that women, we are able to save money than men.
Okay.
That's what so when that happens, sometimes we feel we the women, we are able to save money than the men. So then you shouldn't even know, or even if you know, oh, I'm lost. Oh, what I wanted to say, I'm lost. Um,
Okay.
then when I
So
remember, I'll keep eating.
okay. So it's better, let's say, if you see that thing, you will keep the money and then you help when the need arises.
I believe so. Anyway,
Okay.
sometimes as and when the situation comes, probably God in His own wisdom will give you wisdom how to go about it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm. But sometimes there's a need that you discuss it with your partner, how you guys will go about it, so that it doesn't look like you don't want to help. And sometimes the men, what I was trying to say was that sometimes the men, some of them don't know how to spend. They use money anyhow. And we women, sometimes we are better off. But it depends on the person you are with. It can also be the other way around. It's not anything a fixed something, but mostly women don't spend anyhow like the men. Sometimes when a woman is spending, some women may be spending everything is just about the house, their children and the house, the upkeep of the house. But for men, when he's spending, probably he's spending on other unnecessary things. It all boils down to you and your partner. I think you just have to discuss it and know what's best to do or what is best for your union. All right,
Madam.
let's move on and look at the parenting styles.
Hello.
Parenting styles.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Madam, please, I wanted to add something.
Your voice is very far away. Please, who was talking?
Please, it's me, Yvonne.
Okay, Yvonne. Okay.
Yes, please. Concerning Madam Grace's question, please, I think sometimes it's we, the
She's the
men,
same
who
as lying,
brings
right?
that issues, because sometimes when we have enough from the beginning of the marriage, because there are no children, we try to take the responsibility of the man. So now when the children comes in and the responsibility becomes much, and he doesn't feel like contributing, that's where the issues begin. Because I know one colleague, um she was staying apart from the husband. She was at Sunya and the husband was at Bekwai. And so from the initial, she was doing everything. She didn't ask for help. And now, so she has been going and coming when it's vacation. Now the children are increasing, and yet still the man wasn't contributing. So now when she joined her husband at his place, there was a lot of issues with these things. So when she tried her best and it couldn't work, she involved the families. So they sat down with the man and they solved that issue. So now the man is trying his best to contribute to the family. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much for that contribution or that scenario. Yes. Is there anything again? So that we move on to the parenting styles. Is there anything? Any question? Any addition? Oh, there's nothing. There's no question. All right, then
Yes,
let's
madam.
move on. Let's move on. Parenting style. We have the authoritarian. We have the authoritarian. That's in this style, in this style of parenting, parents stress the importance of their authority and they focus attention on conformity and obedience to rules through their parenting. They attempt to control and shape the behavior of their children. And there is little verbal negotiation of rules. And if rules are broken, Madam Joyce, the whole today you haven't spoken, but your mic is on. If I should ask you to answer a question now, you will not talk. That is why you put off your mute. You mute yourself. Please mute yourself. So if the rules are broken, authoritarian parents behave in punitive behaviors. Believe in punitive behaviors, to punish. Okay. So Boomerang research reveals that this type of parenting style produce children who lack the initiative, curiosity, and social competence are from this kind of parenting style. Authoritative, you know, unlike authoritarian parents, authoritative parents, unlike of authoritarian parents, authoritative parents encourage encourage conversation and discussion of rules or decisions, and create a reciprocal relationship with their children. So we have the authoritarian and then the authoritative. Authoritarian and authoritative. So we say the authoritarian is where, they stress more or less on, or they focus on conformity and obedience to rules. Osi say no. As a child, you can't say anything. When daddy speaks, that's fine now. Or mommy speaks, that's fine now. You unchre wadwin bia. This thing that we used to say what? Obey before what? Complain. You can imagine that kind of home. So let's throw more light on the authoritative parenting. He said, unlike authoritarian parents, authoritative parents encourage conversation and discussion of rules, and all decisions are created. Sorry. They encourage conversation and discussion of rules or decisions and create a reciprocal relationship with their children. They set high standards for behavior, but are more likely to use reasoning than physical punishment. When children do not follow the rules, children are encouraged to be independent and to be good problem solvers and decision makers. Authoritative parenting leads to self-reliance, social competence, and happy children. And then we have the permissive parenting. Permissive parents are demanding and exhibit less control than both authoritarian and authoritative parents. They tend to overindulge their children, believing that kids will be kids. Although there is a lack of expectations of their children, permissive parents tend to develop a loving relationship. So which one are you? Between the child and the parents, however, the child often exhibits impulsive, impulsive, hey, what am I saying? Impulsivity, and maturity. Sorry, immaturity. That's the impulsive parents. Please, is it break time? Madam Frances, is it break time?
Madam, please, it's left with 10 minutes.
Yes, madam. It's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, okay.
Yes, please.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yes, receiving class, I think 9-3. Yeah, 9-3.
Hey, forgive me. Oh.
We have
It is
10
late.
minutes break.
Forgive me. Okay. So should we go or we should go on? Should we go for break or I should go on?
Madam, please, whatever you decide to do. If you want us to go on, for me, it's okay.
Class.
Hello, class.
Okay,
Yeah, I
please.
think we should have a
Hello.
break.
All right.
I think we should have a break.
Yes, there is a need for. All right, I understand. So then on this note, let's go and come back in 10 minutes
Okay,
time.
madam.
Thank you.
So, madam, please, what time should we come back? The break is 10,
Okay.
but it's now 9-4.
It's now
10
9
minutes.
4.
Yeah, the break is 10 minutes. So when are we coming
Okay, then let's come back at 9:15. Is that not
back?
it?
Okay, madam.
Let's
Okay.
assume we have already spent about 5 minutes. So let's come back 9:15. Is that okay with us?
Yes,
Yes,
please, madam.
madam.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So later.
Okay.
Okay. You are welcome back. Hello.
Hello, ma.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So before we left, we were looking at parenting styles. And we're looking at each one of them. We have the authoritarian, we have the authoritative, and then the permissive parenting styles. The authoritarian style of parenting, he said the parents stress the importance of their authority and focus attention on conformity and obedience to rules. Through their parenting, they attempt to control and shape the behavior of their children. There is little verbal negotiation of rules, and if rules are broken, authoritarian parents believe in punitive behaviors. Believe in punitive behaviors. Bramrin's research revealed that this type of parenting, this style of parenting style produced children who lacked initiative, curiosity, and social competence. Such children, they are unable to let me say, like, behave in gathering, or behave in or take initiatives. Okay, everything you have to tell them. As teachers, you could see that some of your learners are that kind of the various types of children that we'll be looking at. You could see those who are probably from this kind of parenting style. You see it from their behavior. There are some children who lack initiative. There are some children who just lack curiosity, as others may be curious to do something to see how the thing will maybe function or work. Others will just be there, are just not ready to take the initiative. Now, then some of them too, ɔmo mpɛ nipa mu tena. So they lack social competence. And then the authoritative, he said, unlike authoritarian parents, authoritative parents encourage conversation and discussion of rules or decisions and create a reciprocal relationship with their children. So this kind of parenting, they always strike a conversation, maybe how to go about it. Okay, this and that, if you do it, what do you think should be done to the one who disobey my rules? Sometimes parents give room for the children to tell them even when one disobey or one does something that is the unacceptable, what should be done to such people. So they set the rules, they mostly set the rules with the children. So in this kind of parenting, the authoritative parents encourages conversation and discussion of rules or decisions and creates a reciprocal relationship with their children. They set high standards for behavior but are more likely to use reasoning than physical punishment when children do not follow the, the rules. Children are encouraged to be independent and to be good problem solvers and decision makers. So they allow or they give room to children to take certain decisions. Of recent, where parents will allow their children to go to school to some stage, maybe say JHS1, then they would want to withdraw them from that school, especially from the private schools to the government schools. There was this time that my very close friend wanted to wanted the son to move from the private school to government school. She, together with the husband, could have taken that decision without involving the child. But you know, they involved the child. They asked the child whether she would, he would be happy to go to a different school. The child said no. And because the child said no, they allowed the child to be at where he or she is. So I just want to say this is an example of an authoritative kind of parenting, where you give room to the children to sometimes take decision. So the parent don't fully always take full this, like they don't take decision or final, they are not really the final say of certain things. They give the parents give room for them to also reason together with them. Authoritative parenting leads to self-reliance and they are socially competent and happy children. To bring it into the vernacular, ọmụ nhyɛ nkwalaa no so. You see, ọmụ nhyɛ nkwalaa no so. So when it happens like that, the children are almost always happy. Yes, I know. Don't keep him. Okay. We also have the third one being the permissive parents. The permissive parents are they are undemanding and exhibit less control than both authoritarian and authoritative parents. Over here, they tend to overindulge their children, believing that kids will be kids, although there is a lack of expectations of their children. Although there is a lack of expectations of their children. Permissive parents tend to develop a loving relationship between the child and the parents. However, the children often exhibit impulsivity and immaturity. Such children from that kind of parenting always exhibits that impulsivity. What's the meaning of even being impulsive? What's the meaning of impulsive? Oh, class, please, I'm asking you a question. What's the meaning of being impulsive? Oh, I know we know. So let's bring what we know on board.
Madam,
Yes, Madam Yvonne.
hello. Yes, please. Please, impulsive is acting suddenly without thinking. Without
Acting
thinking
what?
of the consequences. Suddenly,
Acting suddenly
without
thinking
thinking of
about it,
yes,
not
about
thinking about it, the pros and the cons of.
the
uh,
consequences of
So,
the
so such children who behave like that, you know, children who behave immaturely. The child is like 13 years, but yet behaves like a 5-year-old child. Excuse me to say, as a undream and son our acting. Undream in the behaviors and then and sana more. You see. So that will be the outcome of children from that kind of parenting. And then the fourth type of parenting, uninvolved parenting. Uninvolved parenting. Uninvolved parenting was added, to Bill Brumright's theory. The fourth one was being added by Brumright's theory. That's by Markowitz, and Martin in 1983. So let's see what he said. He said, uninvolved parents are indifferent or neglectful. They are indifferent or neglectful. Madam Yvonne, kindly put off your mic. Madam Yvonne, kindly put off your mic.
Sorry, madam.
Thank you. So the uninvolved parents, they are mostly indifferent or neglectful of their children. So in our society, we realize that we have all this type of parenting. We have them. Some parents, they behave as if they don't even have children existing. These parents are self-centered and focuses on their own needs and not the needs of the child or their children. The children raised by uninvolved parents often are moody, they are insecurely attached, and lack the skills of social and academic results. pursuits. And as teachers, I think you can bear witness that you mostly have all these four types. Sometimes when you look at some of your learners, the way they behave, you can tell the kind of parenting style probably they are experiencing. So let's look at the Biomed research has led to numerous other researches to examine parenting. The Biomed research has led to numerous, other numerous researchers to examine parenting and its relationship to child and adolescent development. Furthermore, it has been the focus of many parental education programs designed to improve parenting. It has been designed to improve parenting skills and then the kind of interactions that occur between parents and child. However, her research is not without criticism. Okay, her research is not without criticism. Most of her original research was conducted on predominantly white middle class preschoolers. Most of her original, let me take it again, most of her original research was conducted on a predominantly white middle class preschoolers. Okay. And she did her research using the white middle class preschoolers. Questions have been raised about the generalizability of these findings to other ethnic or cultural groups. So we have been trying to compare her findings or as to whether we should generalize it, that once it's like this, then this will be it, or this will be. So like teachers, maybe when you see a child behaving immaturely, who doesn't want to take initiative, then because we have generalized it, maybe you will conclude that no, this boy is coming from or is experiencing authoritarian kind of parenting style or authoritative kind of parenting style. Do you get it? So we've generalized it. But where we've not generalized it, then probably we can say that, oh no, this one, it could be that he's just hungry. That's why he's behaving like that. So it can be otherwise or something else that could lead to the child behaving the way he or she is behaving. And those of different socio-economic backgrounds. These questions are important ones and have led to a few series of research studies examining parenting or parenting styles in different ethnic and socio-cultural contexts. We are saying that different things could account to the parents, the parenting styles. Maybe it could be that because um, the woman doesn't have money, maybe that is why. So under the, let's see, the permissive style, for instance, maybe the mother is not working, That is why she's not even minding the children or has neglected the children or some other reasons. Or probably the woman have probably an underlying health issue. So that is why probably she has neglected her children. Something out of the generalization. These questions have these questions are important ones and have led to a new series of research studies examining parenting styles in different ethnic and sociocultural contexts. So let's look at conflicts in family. Conflicts in the family. Conflicts in the family. Conflict in the family relates to the misunderstanding between family members on family and work-related issues. Between family members on family and work-related issues. Family conflict is basically power struggle among the couple. So mostly family conflicts are basically power struggle. Who should be the leader? Who should be the head of the family? Sometimes most of these are as a cause. Conflicts. I believe when we say conflict, we understand. Say yente ye ho ase. Okay. Right. So conflicts are not necessarily destructive as they allow family members to present their differences for possible redress. So when there is conflict, sometimes the family make room to redress the issue. And then family conflict is sorry. Conflicts are not necessarily destructive as they allow okay. So conflict may be normal to the extent that it does it does not result in physical and verbal abuse. Conflict may be normal to the extent that it does not result in physical and verbal abuse. So what really matters is how the conflict is handled. How the conflict is handled. Let's move on and look at negative functions of conflict. One may ask whether if there are negative, does it mean we have positive too? Yes, we have. Negative functions of conflict. Even though we note earlier that conflicts are not a measure of marital success, if the situation is not well managed, it can lead to disastrous consequences. I said, even though we noted earlier that conflicts are not a measure of marital success, if the situation is not well managed, it can lead to disastrous consequences. 1. Low self-esteem of spouse and children. Low self-esteem of spouses and children. And then 2, enthusiasm for the marriage is dissipated. Dissipated, sorry. Enthusiasm for the marriage is dissipated. Please, how do we understand the dissipated? When you remember in the exam room, when you say it in the exam room, you remember. Who is ready to help?
Hello, madam.
Yes, madam.
Hello.
Gifty.
Yes, to disappear
To disappear.
or to wake up. Yes, or with something.
Okay. So enthusiasm for the marriage is, so how is it to disappear or
Wasteful.
wasteful? So there's no
Yeah.
enthusiasm in the marriage, or the enthusiasm, like, you can't see any enthusiasm in the marriage. Dissipated. Okay, the third one we say poor parent-child relationship, the negative functions of conflict. The third point is poor parent-child relationship as a negative aspect of it. Then it can lead to the dissolution of the marriage. Conflict, if it's not well solved or well managed, it can lead to dissolution of the marriage. If we are clear on that, then please let's move to the positive function of conflicts. Or there is a question? Aisha, your mic is on.
Okay.
All right. If there are no questions, then let's move on. The positive function of conflict in a family, it gives family members higher levels of marital adjustments. So to you, what do you think? What are some of the positive things you think conflict, apart from the first point I've given?
What are some of the positive things you think conflict can bring in a marriage? Oh, let's talk. Today we've not spoken. Cry.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. I'm listening.
Please, with regards to the positive function of the family,
Hmm.
if the conflicts are handled appropriately, it will enhance the quality of the relationship. Quality as in the relationship and the respect and then trust. Because most of the time when there are conflicts, the other aspect, and then they would have to involve other family members into it. But then when it's being handled within or handled appropriately, it enhance respect, thereby improving the quality of the relationship. Thank you.
Relationship. Okay. So at the end of the days, if everyone has to say Obi ate ne ho ase a, I think it will enhance the quality of the relationship. Thank you. Yes, please.
Madam.
Any other thing? Yes,
Hello, ma.
madam.
Okay, madam.
Madam Barbara.
Okay, madam, please.
Madam, please.
Conflict also helps to know the weakness and strengthness of each partner.
Please take it again. You said what?
I said conflict in marriage, in family,
Mm.
helps to know the strength and weakness of the family.
Please, can you explain a bit further?
Through the family conflict, sometimes there are certain attitude or behavior of each person that you may not see unless conflict happens. So through that, you may able to know that, okay, these are some of the things that I do that will create conflict. And these are the things that I can do to solve the conflict in my family. So through that, we know the weakness and the strength of each other in the family. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, ma.
Please, any other contribution?
Yes, please. Hello.
Yes.
Please, conflict also helps to bring issues out so that the issues can be resolved to bring peace.
Please, can you take it again?
I was saying that
Mm.
conflict also helps to bring issues out so that those issues can be addressed.
Okay.
Maybe
They
I
can be
have
used
some
there.
issue. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you were trying to explain it.
Yes.
You're trying to explain
I
it.
was yes, when I was saying that maybe in the family I have some problems and other members also have problems, which we are keeping to ourselves. But when there is conflict, everybody will be open up to bring those issues out so that those issues can be addressed for us to understand ourselves, and then there will be peace among us. Thank you.
Yes, please. Any other thing? What are some of the positive things that you think conflict may bring?
Hello, madam.
Yes, Madam Lai.
Okay, so conflict can also create and maintain equitable balance of power in the family.
Please come again.
It maintains equitable balance of power.
Or can you
Equitable
explain?
balance of power. Yeah, yeah. Like through conflict, everyone will get to know when issues are brought up. It will help, let's say, parents to be able to share or balance their powers equally.
Can you
so
cite
that
maybe
each
an
and each
example
and
for us to understand better?
let's say you have your kids, your children fighting over household chores. So through that conflict between the children, you will be able to know their problems and then share their powers to them. What each and everyone has to do in the family to bring peace. That is how I understand it.
Okay. Yes, any other points?
Hello, madam.
Yes, madam.
Please, I can say that it promotes maturity in the sense that when conflicts are handled appropriately, without any physical or verbal abuse, at the end, we see some kind of maturity between the two parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it creates the awareness of whom one is, and by so doing, it helps one to grow. Okay. Any other?
Madam, hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, it also helps one to know what the other partner thinks about him or her through the conflict. It brings about whatever the mindset the person is having about you. So it helps you to also sit up in knowing how to deal with the other partner.
Can you please explain further?
And maybe to a couple and there's a conflict. Definitely somebody may say something that can help the other partner. Oh, so it's because of this that my husband is doing this, behaving this way, or it's because of this that my wife is behaving this way. So it makes you come, makes you be at peace with yourself and then to sit up in the marriage.
Wow, I see.
But if there are
Is there
no
any?
conflicts, you wouldn't know what the other partner has in his or her head. Yeah, everybody is always pretending.
Eh,
Yes.
I see.
Yes, it's true.
It's true, eh?
Yes,
Someone
madam.
can attest to it too.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
true.
na waka wakoma nsɛm nyinaa pie.
Uh,
I
my
see.
husband would say that, the ebusu akuma when ababonten. So
Out of
it's
the
true.
abundance of the heart, the mouth
Yes,
speaketh.
The mouth speak
yes.
a thing.
I see.
All these things
Any?
helps you a lot. Mhm. Not
Mm,
to rather go the negative way, but to sit up as a woman or
mm,
as a man.
okay.
Mhm.
Yes. Any other points?
Madam, I also think
Today I'm not
a
hearing my
little
men, or men are not here. Today men didn't come in. Hello. Someone was
ah,
about speaking. Was it Ramat?
yes, please.
Well, I was just saying that today I can't hear my men.
And that's why I kept quiet.
Oh,
Because I was the one.
talk. No, no, no. That was not what I was saying. Just I wasn't implying that you should keep quiet. I was just
Oh,
saying that
okay.
all along I've not heard anything from the men. Or today they are absent. How many are they? Is it only one? From all the centers, is it only one? Oh, all right. Ramat, let's hear you.
I also think there's much more conflict. It helps us to diffuse or stop bigger ones. That can bring a whole lot of issues in the family.
So if you are able to resolve the small conflicts, it may help so that it doesn't generate into serious ones. Okay. Please, any other one again? Or we've exhausted our points? Any other one again? Or we've exhausted the points? Look.
Hello, madam.
Yes, Madam Yvonne.
Yes, please. Please, I also think conflict encourages change and growth. Since
Okay.
through conflict, we are able to expose our weaknesses and it leads to improvements. Since we will discuss, and if there is any change in behavior, we will try to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
I think someone said it earlier, but you've also tried to coin it in a different way. That's fine. Okay, so let's see some causes of family conflict. What do you think can be a cause to conflict in a family? Major causes of conflict in the family.
Madam, please. Money.
Money.
Yes, please.
Can you please
When
explain it to us?
I think when our expenses are more than the money we receive, sometimes it creates conflicts since we are not able to um, produce and spend at the same time, because maybe what we are supposed to spend might be more than what we are receiving. So at times there is friction from the couples if they are not able to manage well.
And understand each other.
And yes, and they
How
will
to
not be able
spend.
to. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, as any other
Madam,
point?
in addition to that, somebody gave an example of couple when there was no children. The woman was catering.
Oh, was that Ramat who just dropped?
Madam, no. So I
Esther.
was saying, yes, on that. The example somebody gave. So at the end of the day, it ended up parents has to or families has to sit to resolve the problem. So if the problem was addressed at an earlier stage, it couldn't have ended that way. So that's where the money also causes conflict in the family because the man was shedding out his responsibility. And so it leads to the conflict. Thank you.
Okay, so what exactly were you still talking about? Money?
Yes, madam.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Any other major thing that can cause conflict in the family?
Madam, communication.
Okay, please.
If we are not able to communicate well with each other, there is an issue or there is a problem to be solved or talked about. Now, you will not bring it out. You will not talk about it. Enya hwee, enya hwee, enya hwee. You'll be there, then one day the thing will just explode. Bah. Then issues upon issues starts coming up.
But sometimes, sometimes too, you see, there may be, it's a communication. He said when they don't want to talk about it, maybe one party want to talk about it and the other doesn't want to talk about it. What about that?
Yes, you still have to find ways and means to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, it will end up generating a whole lot of other issues, which will be very unpleasant for the family.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other points?
Yes, madam.
Madam, please, sex.
Sexual intercourse. That's what I wanted to talk.
How?
Oh, if let's say couples, if let's say it can happen that one likes sex very much and the other is inactive. So when it happens like that, it brings conflict.
You like and I don't like. How will it bring conflict?
It's mostly with the women. Most women are not active sexually. So and their men are always active and they always want to have sex. So if it happens like that, then you see conflicts emanating from or between the couple.
So, madam, that is when you deny each other sex.
You are not
No
talking.
denying, no denying as such.
Then what?
Like no denying. Like if let's say one is not like the interest is not there.
How
You
can your
know,
So you
interest not be
deny.
there?
Madam,
The
madam,
moment you are
please,
not
madam,
giving,
you're
you are
still
denying.
denying.
The moment
You're
it's
still
not there, then
denying.
you are denying.
Yeah, you are
yeah,
denying.
denying is when you have the ability and all the strength to do it, and then you don't want to do it. That is denying. But
But even if you
let's
don't
say
have the strength, you are not giving it. It's still denying.
it's
If you
not
are not
denying.
interested,
Then
if
it's
you are
what?
not interested, you don't give out.
Madam Lion, then it's what?
Okay.
Madam Lion, you are talking about strength. Does it mean the woman is sick or what? If it is sickness, there it is understandable. But
Even if
not
it is any underlying maybe health issue, the man will understand or the woman will understand.
understand.
Yeah.
Some men they don't understand though. Some
So,
men
madam,
even if they
your point you are raising is denying.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So maybe denying each other of intimacy can also be a source of or can cause conflict in a family.
Conflicts. Okay.
Yeah, any other thing.
In-law interference.
In-law interference.
Yes.
How?
Nothing.
Some in-laws are troublesome.
Hey,
Yes.
maybe as we speak, maybe you are my in-law. Are you
Maybe.
troublesome?
That's why I said some.
So you are not troublesome.
No, I'm not.
In-law interference. Yes. Any
Yes.
other points? Any other points? Decision making and power struggle or power struggle.
Okay.
Okay. How can it be? How can it cause conflict in the family?
Yeah. In decision making, you see, in marriage, most of the times the men feel that they are the head of the family,
It's not
and
they feel like they are.
they are. They
Bible
are.
gives them that right. They are.
They are. Bible gives them yes, that right. Okay, they are. They since they are the head of the family, they always think that whatever comes from them must be final.
Okay.
And at times, we the women also will want to at times bring out our ideas, and if that is not accepted by the men, at times it brings out this conflict.
Okay.
For
Madam, also the
example,
power struggle.
let's put up a building in the man's, let's say, hometown, and then the woman say no, let's have it on the neutral ground. No, then that thing brings about conflict.
It can be conflict.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Madam, also
Yeah.
the power struggle.
Mm-hmm.
when let's say the woman earns more than the man, sometimes fear grasps the man, so they they decide to have conflict with the woman since they are not bringing much home.
But I don't think it's some men wouldn't mind.
I think it becomes a problem when the lady feels
When the woman
because she
feels
is bringing in more, she
she
should
yeah.
she should take most of the decision, or she should take charge of everything.
So
She doesn't want to.
whenever there's any issue, the woman starts to remind the man that after all, what she brings home is more than what he is bringing. It brings about conflict.
Okay. If we are blessed to be learning it, then it means we will be having families without conflict. Yes, any other point?
Madam, extramarital relationships.
Extramarital relationships can also bring conflict. How?
Yeah. Oh, madam, this
How?
one they say is clear.
Oh, it's not clear. Me, I don't understand. How will it bring conflict?
If
Please,
one
I
partner,
don't understand.
okay, so if one partner decides to have extramarital relationship, it brings about conflict.
Okay, well, I'm actually what now. My card is there. So this is what I want to do.
Please use the word side chick or side women.
I've discussed everything to you that this is what I want to be doing. That one will only bring conflict.
Yeah, discussing that discussing time no is the problem. Whether the other partner will understand or not. And it's mostly with the men.
Hey, are men on this platform at all?
Yeah, but today we are
The
not
way
hearing from
everything is
them.
mostly with the men.
Yes, it's always the extramarital relation today is with the men, mostly.
Hey, nowadays there is not
Some
so,
women
madam.
are king kong, king kong, you don't know.
Oh, that one is
These days it's not so.
one out
Lie, you
of
don't
10.
know.
One out
Lie,
of
you don't know
10.
some women, eh?
Oh, some women are there, but
It's
it's
because
one
you've
out of
never
10.
met some before. Some women are king kong.
Oh,
So they
okay.
are king kong too.
Recently, the women are doing it. Women are
Okay.
involved.
They will be having series of boyfriends.
When they are married.
What do you think? This one is
Yes.
not part of our disobey. What do you think could be the causes for women to be doing some of this? Why
Some
do you think
is
women?
covetousness. Covetousness. They
Okay.
want more. They want more clothes. They want more designer bags, more Brazilian hairs and those things. It
Okay.
leads them. They become covetous. And they think their husbands are not giving them. So what they will do is to go in for extra, go in for men outside to be giving them such money so that they'll meet their wants.
Sometimes
So
too, it's not
Madam, some
about.
is also out of curiosity.
Okay. How?
some too, my husband is doing told me to I'll match him boot to boot. That
Yes.
is what is
Yes.
happening.
Recently,
That
I'll
one
yes.
match
is
him boot to boot.
But
When
the
he takes
curiosity
one, I'll
one.
take one. That is
Hmm.
what is happening.
So can't we also say that maybe that kind of thing is maybe power struggle? We are
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
trying.
yes, yes.
Exactly.
Yes. The
Yes.
curiosity. Someone mentioned curiosity. I want the person to explain it to me. I want to
Madam,
understand.
curiosity in a way that uh, maybe some has not gone through such life before, but the friends they associate themselves with are doing it. So they also try to do and see what is in it.
Okay. So maybe peer influence.
Yes.
Because when you said curiosity, I was thinking like, assuming maybe the person, maybe the lady in question was, let me say, just as you said, didn't have that kind of exposure. Moving from one man to the other, or let's even say was a virgin before getting married. When you said the curiosity, that's how what was coming through my mind. Maybe so didn't have that kind of exposure, having experiencing men flirting with them or whatever. So in marriage, I've decided to give it a try. That was what came to my mind. That's why I said you should maybe explain the curiosity, how you okay.
And madam, some ladies also feel I didn't marry the right choice of man or the right choice of woman. And so when that happens, they are still looking to meet that right choice of woman or right choice of man. And it leads to that. They're flirting
that we are
around.
all the same. We are living this one. They said the devil is better than the angel you don't know.
So it's just like what Florence said, curiosity.
Okay. Yes, any other someone has something. Madam,
please, to add up to what my sister is saying, sometimes too, the women are not over with their past relationships. So they will marry a man and yet go back to their exes. Sometimes maybe because the ex is not capable of taking care of them, but they want the ex. So they will marry a better man or a rich man and yet go back to the ex. Thank you.
Okay, madam. In addition, I also want to add that
all that you were saying were not part of the point, please.
Yeah.
That they want to go back to their ex, please. They are not part of the point, I beg you. So can we come back to on track the causes of conflict in the family?
Madam, please, parenting styles too can cause conflict. One parent might discipline a child and the other might be against it. They might have different views of disciplining a child, and this also causes arguments.
I think with this one, we can even say that decision making. If we've all decided that if the children does something, this is how maybe we should handle it. Do you get it?
Yes,
so I think we will put it under the decision making or struggle, power struggle.
All right.
Or what do you think?
Thank you.
Because it boils down to if we all decide or we know that this one is wrong, it's wrong. It's not when the woman is there that is right and when the man is there is wrong. No, if it is wrong, it's wrong. So to me, I feel we should box it under the decision making and power struggle. Is any other thing?
Yes, madam, please. Decision on the number of children.
Madam, please, disrespect.
Have.
Disrespect.
Please, who is talking?
And maybe lack of understanding. Madam, please, it's Yvonne.
Yvonne. But I think
yes, please.
Madam Layetu is also talking. Oh,
yes, I was talking when she.
Okay.
So I was saying the decision, the number of children and couples.
Your line is breaking, so I can't hear you.
Wow. This is okay.
At the time you are asking me, is it okay? It will be fine. But by the time if you start talking, then it start breaking again.
Yes,
you'll be hearing. Sometimes you'll be hearing feedback. So maybe try and position yourself well.
Okay.
Okay, you can take it and listen.
Yes, so I was saying decision on number of children a couple should have.
It can also bring conflict.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Number of children. The man wants 10. The woman wants just 2.
Yes.
Hey, I laugh.
One
Okay,
of
thank you.
yes,
Please question.
the wife can only give birth to three, and so
Mhm.
to have the rest outside. Uh,
Madam, please question.
Okay,
Please, can we say barrenness is also a point of conflict?
what?
Barrenness.
Is that can it be what?
Can it be a point of conflict?
Can it be a point of conflict?
Yes, like
Okay, class,
things that
let's help our sister. Our sister Florence is asking a question. That in case the woman can't give birth,
yes.
can it cause
Yes,
consequences?
yes, I think it can cause conflict.
How?
And bring about yeah.
How?
If
Madam, especially if the let's say the man has every proof that he can produce children, and then it turns out that the woman is not able to, it brings about conflict, especially when it was not noticed before they got married.
Mm,
Yes.
okay.
Mm.
But does it normally happen? Well, this is a sensitive something. Does it mostly happen?
And that may happen. So
Well, sometimes when, especially you realize that whatever issue it is, maybe the other partner is aware of it, but kept the other partner in the dark.
yes,
I think it can lead to conflict. It may lead to some betrayal. It's like, you have this problem, you never discussed it with me.
yes.
Wow.
An elder who got married to the
So someone is saying, so sharing something. But then line, still, Madam Line, your this thing, your network.
hey, Asumu.
Asampa.
So I was saying that I
Mm.
know of an elder of a
Okay.
Pentecostal who got married to a woman who has removed the womb
Mm-hmm.
due to abortion.
Wow.
The man never knew, got married to the lady, expecting children, always praying until a friend of the lady revealed that to the man.
Mm.
Yeah, serious issues, but that time they had already gotten married. So, and an elder. So the man decided to do was to pray to God so that maybe another womb can be created for them. Mm.
He said what? He prayed.
Yes,
That what?
another womb can be
Another
created.
woman.
Another womb.
I heard another woman can be created.
No, a womb.
So was it created?
I don't know if God is here to do it.
You. Oh, but well, let's not go there. But everybody admits on their faith.
Yeah.
I've heard stories where people say they have no womb, but they've given birth anyway. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We are different people on the platform. Okay, we also have unrealistic expectations. When you are in a marriage or you are in a relationship and your expectations are not being met.
Like how one of us was saying that maybe the man wants some number of children and the woman's own is also different, you know. When our expectations are not being met, the man wants 8 children, and you, the woman, you are not ready to give him 8 children. So when our expectations are not being met, then there seems to be conflict. When he starts going out to have those children, there will be conflict. Okay. So we close docket on that one. Let's look at styles of conflict resolution in the family. So now we've accepted that there is conflict in the family. So let's look at the styles of conflict resolution in the family. How are we going to resolve conflicts in the family? So we say there are about five of the styles. We have the competitive style. The competitive style. This involves high concern, sorry, for oneself and low concern for the other. Competitive style. They are in competition. Competitive style. When one, you know, sees himself to be of high concern, experience to say ohun ne ho sɛ ɔyɛ obu ne ho bebree sen the other person. It involves high concern for oneself. Ohun ne ho sɛ ɔno na ɔyɛ panyin, ɔno na ɛyɛ the breadwinner. Ɔno koraa na earning the highest amount in the family. That competitive style. These people view conflict as a war. So such people, they see conflict as war. Their objectives to win the fight. They must win. This thing must win. So sometimes you realize that you have something you feel it's just going to be just a discussion. You realize that some men, for instance, even some women too, will not accept, even when you know very well that this thing you are wrong. Everybody even sees that no, this one is he or she is wrong. We never accept it. We would rather at the end of the day, but there are some people. Their objective is to win the fight. If both partners are competitive in style, let's see what will happen. The fighting will have a disastrous consequences on the family. If both of the parties are like that, to have a disastrous consequences. Then the second one is avoidance style.
Madam,
Yes.
please, a question.
All right.
Madam, we are talking about conflict resolution, the styles. So with the first style, how does it lead to solve the conflict in the family? Because at the end, it rather leads to disastrous consequences on the family. So how can it resolve the conflict?
Our objective aim is to resolve the issue.
Okay.
But then we are saying that if both parties, obi ante ne ho ase, obi ampɛ sɛ ɔbɛbrɛ ne ho ase, obi ehu ne ho sɛ, like if both of you are that kind of people, then the end result is like the conflict will never end. So such people, we realize that
either say they will go their separate ways at the end of the day, or they will be in it and then it will be something. Um, hmm. Haven't you seen sometimes couples living like a mouse and a cat? The least everything is like asentokwa, asembia yentokwa. So do you get our main focus is to resolve the issue. But if both parties have this kind of, let me say, attitude or character, the end, this fight or whatever we wanted to resolve may not be resolved.
Okay.
So in short, what they are just trying to say is that even if you are a Christian, I would say that Bible say baku as a woman, you should be you never say like oba so ebi wɔ hɔ a yɛse ɛyi ebi wɔ hɔ a ɛnyɛ sɛ wagyi me wobrɛ wo ho ase doesn't mean sɛ wagyi me anaa ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ bɛrima no wɔ nyansa kyɛn wo. No, but sometimes for peace to prevail, one needs to calm down just for peace to prevail. Please look at what I'm saying. But where no one is ready to calm down, there will not be peace. So I want you to understand it in that.
Yes, madam.
There will not be peace. But where there will be peace. And practically, I think we can all attest to some of these things. Can I
Thank you.
go?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so let's look at the second style. It said avoidance style. Avoidance style. Here, you pursue either your own interest nor the interest of the other partner. So you don't pursue, you said you pursue neither your own interest nor the interest of the partner. Your main concern is to maintain peace. So over here, and I'm saying you want peace. So it's like you are not ready to, let me say, maybe argue the issue. So you just, you just allow sleeping dogs to lie. This peace is hollow because differences are not resolved. One does not want to engage in an argument. It's just because you don't want to argue. That is why you've kept quiet, or you've allowed things to move on. You just don't want to argue the issue. That's why and as I said, we are mostly married people here, and I think as we move on, everybody will see as some people have already seen theirs in it. One does not want to engage in an argument. And then the third style is accommodation style. The first one, if you remember, we said is the competitive style. The second is avoidance style. And then the third one being the accommodation style. The accommodative style, this is the neglect of one's own interest to pursue the interest of the other partner. So here you have neglected your own interest just to pursue
the other person's interest. Then what does the person want? Okay, this is what you would have loved it to be, but because this is how the person wants it, let me just do it for the person, for peace to prevail. Let's say marriage or relationship where there is extramarital affair. You are saying it, and this one has we said it can bring conflict in the family. So this has become conflict. So let's try and solve it. The woman is saying she is not happy the way you do she's not happy with it. And the man who is happy and is okay with it doesn't even want to understand. So, but this one is difficult here. But then the woman have decided, just as we were saying, okay, if I'm saying it and you don't want to understand, and yet I'll also do same or even do more. Or another person, friends or the fear of God is in her. So she has decided, okay, for peace to prevail, men can want send I'm into my baby, maybe I'm in Bombay. We are all women. We can attest to it. How do you take your own? I'm done on that. Or any question? Any question? Hey, I am sensitive, Sana. Then everybody is quiet.
No, madam.
So under the accommodation style, one gives in so as not to offend the other partner. But you realize anytime you raise that issue, it brings in kind of. So you decided to be quiet just for peace to prevail. Then the next one, which is the fourth one, is compromise style. Compromise style. The noise is coming from you. Compromise style. Compromise style. This is where the partners give a moderate amount of personal interest. Madam Eunice, kindly mute your mic unless you want to say something. Thank you. Compromise style is where the partners give a moderate amount of personal interest and the interest of the other partner to help deal with the problem. Even though Nkamempen say, but then initially, then you give in a little of your interest and that of your partner. Partners moderate their positions if necessary to help meet the other partner halfway through. Even though Adewe may penny say, you say you don't want it like this, but then let's meet each other halfway through. Even though I want to give birth to just 2, you said you want 5. Okay, to meet each other's halfway through, then let's make it 4, or we should make it how many? 3. Hello.
Yeah, but Madam 3 is
Madam, 3 is okay.
Okay, the next one.
The next one is the collaborative or the collaboration style. This involves a high degree of concern for one's own interest and the interest of the other person. Please, you take very key note on the styles so that we don't mix them up. The collaboration style said this involves a high degree of concern for one's own interest and the interest of the other person. Both partners pursue the interest until it reach the best interest of both of them. Yes, I'm from a polygamous home. You are also from a polygamous home. We've come to marry. But then I don't want that polygamous family thing. I don't want it. You too, the man also says he doesn't want it. Okay, so let's help each other in order to achieve our goal. So then when I see you in unhealthy friendship, I think I can tell you that no, this is an unhealthy friendship. So do away with it and you understand. Due to what we want to achieve, we have to discipline ourselves. We've sat down, we've discussed this. So in that way, in fact, we are all trying to collaborate. Your interest is as important to me as my own interest. Both parties pursue the issues until it reach the best interest of both of them. Okay, you've gone, you've had an affair outside, you've had a child, and then, okay, for us to have, let's resolve this. You as a man, go and then whatever, talk to whoever gave birth, and then bring the child home or whatever. There are so many ways to solve issues whereby we have both interests of your interest and then that of the interest of your partner at heart. In that case, we say we are using or operating the collaboration style of resolution. Then we move on to, please, do we understand? We stated 5 styles. Can we
Yes,
remind
madam.
ourselves of the
Yes,
styles?
madam.
Yes, please, let's remind ourselves of the styles. The first one is
Competitive style.
competitive style, and then can you explain it a little?
Where competitive style is what involves the concern of oneself and low esteem of the other. So one person see him or herself as superior, and they always see the conflict as a war, and so they wish to fight and win at all costs.
Okay,
And
thank
so
you very
we saw that this leads to disastrous consequences on the family because nobody is ready to surrender to one another for peace to reign in the family.
much. Thank you very much. Yes, please, the second one. The second one. You are not to necessarily say it in that order. You just
And then please, accommodation style.
accommodation style. Yes.
You neglect your own interest and seek for the interest of your partner.
Okay. That's accommodation style. Yes. Any other style? Any
Then
other
the
style? The
avoidance
avoidance
style.
style. Yes.
And so that one, you don't pursue yours, neither do you pursue the interest of the other partner. Your main aim is to maintain peace. just for peace to reign.
Oh, okay. Yes, the next one again.
Madam, collaboration style.
Okay, collaboration.
Both partners will sit down and then decide on one thing so that we all have
Please,
peace in the
please
house.
hold on for me. I think one of our this thing is calling me. Please hold on. Sorry for the interruption. Yes, please. We've mentioned collaboration. We've mentioned the accommodation, the competitive, and I think it's left with two. It's left with two, right? Hello, I'm here. I'm back.
Madam, you have mentioned all of them. Avoidance, someone have also said it.
Someone have talked about avoidance.
Yes, let
Yes,
me
please.
compromise.
Then it's left with yes. Thank you. Well, I know we were left with some. Okay. For the avoidance, I wasn't very sure. That's why I didn't mention it. Okay, so the compromise. Let's be a bit fast with this. Okay. The compromise, please, who will help us explain? Or compromise. Just like
Madam,
the name.
please, the compromise, as the name suggests, is the style where the partners both decide to consider each other's interest and work towards a problem.
And work towards.
Work towards if there's a problem, like consider each other's feelings or interests to solve a problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So I think in this note, we'll move to the stress and the family. Stress and the family. What do you think can bring stress to the family? What do you think can bring stress to the family? Or first of all, let's define stress. What is stress? What is stress?
Madam, if I can help, to my understanding, stress is when you are yelling for something and you are not getting it. So when you are not getting it, you are so much worried that you'll be thinking about it. That is stress, to my understanding.
It was just the ending. That is stress. So I didn't hear what you said. That is stress was all I heard. So if you can please take it again. The line was
Madam,
breaking. Yes.
please, can you hear me
I
now?
think it was Madam Barbara who was speaking, right?
Yes, please.
Please take it again.
Madam, I was saying that stress, to my understanding, stress is when you desire for something and then the thing is not working or you are not getting it. So you'll be thinking about it. Then your body will be some way not feeling well that way.
Okay. Yes. Anyone with a different opinion? Okay, let's look at the definition of stress. It says stress is defined as the body's reaction to the demands of life. It is the non-specific response of the body to any demand made upon it. So that's stress. Or I should take it again.
Yes, madam.
Stress is defined as the body's reaction to the demands of life. The body's reaction to the demands of life. It is the non-response to the body are referred to as stresses. So stresses are the external events that cause an emotional or
Madam, please, you
physical.
went off, so we didn't hear some of the things you were saying.
Oh, really? Which I went off.
Yes, please.
But I'm still
Yes,
where
please.
I
You went off.
Oh, sorry. So I should take it again.
Yes,
Stress is
madam.
defined as the body's reaction to the demands of life. To the demands of life. It is the non-specific response of the body to any demand upon it. To any demand made upon it. That's the definition for stress. And then I said the external stresses are the external events that cause an emotional or physical reactions. Emotional or physical reactions reactions, it ends there. Stresses are the external events that cause an emotional or physical reactions. Please, did we get that?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Types of family stresses. So we have looked at stress and then stresses as uh, I wanted to ask a question. All right, when the question comes, I'll ask. It just escaped me. We've looked at stress. We've looked at stresses. What do you think can be any type of stresses, with the understanding of what stress is and what stresses are? Are we here?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
I was asking of stresses. All right, types of family stresses. Olsen and Dufresne, 2000, and Lear and Lear, 1997, have identified 12 common sources of stressor events in the family. And these puts into 6 dichotomies. So they group it into 6. So we'll look at them. The first one is the internal events, which is initiated by someone inside the family. Okay, internal events, which is initiated by someone inside the family. So example of such stressor is what?
Madam, death.
Death.
Madam, illness.
Madam, please, drunkardness. When one is a drunkard.
Yeah. Okay, so you've gotten what we are talking about, right? So let's move on.
Yes.
Then we have the external events, which is also initiated by someone or something outside the family. So the internal one is within the family. The external one is initiated by someone. So the initiator determines whether it will be internal or external. So the external one, we said the event is initiated by someone or is a cultural, active, economic conditions cultural activities. Okay, so we've looked at the internal and external. Let's look at the second one, which is normative and normative, non-normative. So the normative the events that are expected over the family life cycle. So like to say, the normal events that the family is supposed to go through. Example, birth, marriage, okay, launching of children, aging, and death. The first one, death didn't appear. That's the internal one. But then there's suicide day. It is one. And then the non-normative. Who can explain that one? All right, the non-normative is an unexpected events that are often but not always disastrous, such as winning lottery. Such as winning lottery. And then we also have the ambiguous and non-ambiguous. Is it there's something you don't understand? Let me know.
Please, we are okay.
We have the ambiguous and non-ambiguous.
Madam, please.
Please, who is talking?
The external
Someone
one.
said, Madam, I've been listening.
Can you
I'm
say
not hearing anything? It means your line is breaking. I didn't hear anything at all.
hello, madam, please, about the external stresses? Can I give an example like the dollar rates? Can it be an example?
Okay, give it an example.
Let's say I'm doing a business which the dollar rates when decrease or increase is being affected. So can the dollar rates be an external stressor?
Please take it again.
Please, I'm saying that the dollar rate. Let's say I'm doing a business which the dollar rate is dependent on it. So can I say that the dollar rate is an external stressor?
Madam, is it archery? Your line was breaking, so I find it difficult to get what you were saying.
Please, is it okay now?
Yes, please take it. You said what? You said?
Okay. I said the dollar rate. Can it be an external stressor? Let's say I'm doing a business which the dollar rate is dependent on it. So can I give an example like the dollar rate is an external stressor?
But maybe it depends on the way you put the sentence. Do you get it? It will depend on the way you put the sentence.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because I only gave you an example right now that one of the example is economic conditions.
being the external events, being how do I say? Yes. So it will depend on maybe the way you put the sentence. That will mean for whoever is marking to maybe get it. Please, do you get what I'm saying? Hello. Hello.
Hi, madam.
The one who
Hi,
was
madam.
asking the question. The one who was asking the question. If I got you right, because the line was breaking, so what I get is what I'm trying. So assuming maybe you are a business, maybe you run a business which will depend on the dollar rate. In that case, I think the rate of the dollar per time can be a stressor to you. If that is how you meant. Madam Eunice, the one who asked the question about the dollar being a stressor, I'm not hearing from you again. All right.
Please, I wasn't hearing you either. That was why.
You are not hearing me either.
Yes, please.
Hey, this is our network. I was just saying that if you are assuming maybe you run a business that you depend so much on the dollar, in that case, the dollar rate, as you were asking, could be a stressor.
Okay.
Can be referred to as a stressor. Do you get it? If I also got your question, because as you were asking the question, it was breaking. So at one point I got something, at another point I will not get something. But if I put all together, I think if that is or she still can't hear me.
Please, I can hear you now.
Still can't hear me.
Please, I can hear you now. That was how I meant.
You said?
That was how I meant.
Oh, okay. All right. So please, have I answered you?
Yes, madam.
All right. Thank you. And non-ambiguous. We said they are events, the ambiguous are events that are unclear, that one is not even sure the event is going to happen to him or the family. The ambiguous one. We are not even clear that the event will happen, and it has happened. Can we give maybe one of an example of such events?
Madam, please, death or unexpected illness.
You are not clear that. Okay, thank you. And then the non-ambiguous events are events in which the facts surrounding them are clear to the individual. It is clear when it is going to happen, to whom and how long. You are clear it is clear to the individual. It is clear that it's going to happen. When it will happen, whom it will happen to. Any of such example, any example of such?
Madam, please, can I say getting married?
Getting married. You don't know whom you marry.
No, it is saying that it is clear to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are getting married, you know, like whom you are getting married to and for how.
And for how long you'll be married? Do you know how long you'll be married?
No, but the
Forever.
one that
So
is
death
clear,
do us part.
please.
I'm just laughing that death do us part.
Yes. Then expecting a child too.
Okay. Yeah. You know when it's going to happen. All right.
Hello, Mama.
Yes, Madam Barbara.
And please, and what about if you have a kidney problem and then the doctor has declared you to go and
Where
stay in
would
the
that one
house
go?
and hello,
Hello, I'm listening, Madam Barbara.
hello,
I'm saying that. Hello, Madam Barbara.
hello. Yes, ma.
I said, under which of this will it go? Will it be?
Non-ambiguous. Because that
It
one
will.
you know the person, the
Mm-hmm.
individual that is associated with that particular illness or such, unfortunate. So the person will be left in the house waiting to die.
Someone. Madam, please, can
Mm-hmm.
academic work be non-ambiguous? Since we know when you
Okay,
are going to
please now.
school and when you complete. Please, is it non-ambiguous academic work? I should also be asking you, is it non-ambiguous? Is it non-ambiguous event? Madam, I think it is because you know when you are going to school and when you complete. Okay, so it's non-ambiguous. Yes. Class, do you think it's non-ambiguous?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Because we know when we are attending the school, we know when we will complete. Okay, so if we've understood, then I think we can move on, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's look at volitional or non-volitional. Yes, stop it. Volitional events that are desired and sought after. Example, wanted pregnancy, university admission, and then you sorting after job, or in search of job, or you wanted a job. All these things can be volitional events in our lives. So you desire and then you sought after it. The things we desire and sought after it. You by all means want to be pregnant to give birth, have children. So you are intentional about it. And then the non-volitional is sudden events that were not sought after. Example, sudden loss of loved one, sudden rustication from the university. You've been sacked from your job. They happen suddenly. So sudden events
that were not sought after. You never wanted it. You never saw it coming. So they are the volitional and then the non-volitional. Then we also have the acute and chronic. The fifth one, acute and chronic. The acute is an event that lasts for a short time, but the severe, such as, oh, okay, we've put the job loss here instead. Okay. Acute events. He said the event that lasts. Let's take our time so that we don't get confused, okay? Just as you can see that myself, I just said the, but when you look at the non-volitional too, you also, you see there's sudden rustication from the university. But it's rather under the acute that we have the job loss and then failing an exam. Event that lasts for a short time, but is severe. Anyway, one can put the job loss under the non-volitional also. And then we have the chronic event, which is a situation of long duration, such as being the diabetic, an HIV patient, rational discrimination. Look at this rational discrimination. I think example I can give in our setting now is this albinos among us. So rational discrimination. When you are the victim and you are facing this kind of discrimination from others, it's like it's always, you always experience that. So after the fifth one, we have the cumulative and then the isolated cumulative. Am I right? No, we have the cumulative and then isolated. Sorry. So under the cumulative, we have events that pile up. I think just like its name, it has piled up, it has accumulated after the other in such a manner that there is no resolution of one before the other. In most cases, the events are dangerous. So any example of such? I think we've talked about the cumulative, right? We say the events that pile up one after the other in such a manner that there is no resolution of one before the other. So the issues have piled up. Instead of resolving them, they are just adding up. In most cases, the events are dangerous. And then the isolated ones,
the events that happen alone, and that can be pinpointed. And that can be pinpointed. Factors that affect, so that's that on the stresses, the types of family stresses. So before we move on to the factors, can we remind ourselves of the factors again?
Hello, madam.
Yes, madam.
This is second Barbara. The Barbaras are two.
Okay.
Uh, we have acute and chronic factor.
Okay.
The acute is, for example, when you lose your job, when you fail your exam, when an impromptu traveling comes on, that one's acute. And then the chronic one is a disease, or when you have an accident, then one of your leg is amputated. So it becomes a chronic thing, a chronic stress that you're going to pass through.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, any other stressor?
Madam, please,
Yes,
we also
madam.
have ambiguous and non-ambiguous.
Okay. The
The,
ambiguous is
the ambiguous is events that are unclear, that one is not even sure the thing is going to happen to him or her, like losing a family member. They're non-ambiguous. They are events which the facts are showing clear signs to the individual. The person know when it is going to happen, the one involved, and for how long. An example is getting married, attending school, or expecting a child.
okay. Yes.
Hello, madam.
Yes, madam.
Hello. Yes, I will
Yes.
talk about the violational and non-violational. So, with the
Okay.
violational, there are events that we desire or sought after. That is a wanted pregnancy, marriage, sorting after a job. Then the non-violational, we have events that were not sought after. That is sudden illness, sudden loss of a loved one. Yes, that's all.
That's the
Non-violational, please.
non-violational. Okay.
Yes,
We still
please.
have more. We still have more. Yes.
Hello, ma.
Yes, madam.
Please, you also have the normative and non-normative. And with the normative, they are the events that are expected over time, such as birth and marriage. And the non-normative, unexpected events that are often to happen, but they are always not disastrous.
Okay.
And example is divorce and also winning a lottery.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have we left out any? Have we left out any?
No, man. I think is discussed of.
Okay. Is there any question? I think we can end the
Yes,
class.
madam.
Okay.
Madam,
Yes,
please
madam. What?
the cumulative or isolated. Can we say that example? A- Actually, I don't understand something, so I want to see if what I'm thinking is correct.
Oh.
Can we say that we are saying it is an event that pile up? So can we say example? Maybe you lose a job, then before you realize your child is sacked for school fees and is in the house, then your wife also pregnant, you don't know what you are going to do because you're out of money. So yes, madam.
Okay, madam. Please, your line was breaking, Madam Ramat.
Oh, okay. Please, is it
So I
okay?
didn't hear you. Yes, please talk and let me see.
I was asking a question on the cumulative or the isolated. You said it's an event that piles up. So those events are what makes brings out. They are the stresses. Madam,
Please,
please,
which
is that
event
right?
is that? I didn't hear the
So
event. So which event are you talking about that they are the stresses?
so I'm asking
Uh-huh.
whether like you lose a loved one before you
Okay.
realize you are out of job too. Then
Mm-hmm.
they sack your children from school
Hey,
for
wahala.
school fees or something. So is that what is termed as the
Uh,
accumulative?
they become the stresses.
Okay, okay,
They become the stresses. Okay.
okay. So okay.
Mm.
So
The
the
physically,
isolated.
physically, I would say we said the stresses like they will affect you physically and emotionally, okay, or
Okay,
psychologically.
okay.
Physically, maybe you've lost a loved one. That person you have lost, probably, let's say, is a breadwinner, will affect you physically.
Yes.
And emotionally, maybe the person is your husband. The emotional aspect that, oh, I've lost a husband, my husband is no more alive, will be high. The tendency, said the job loss. So job loss too, for
Madam,
instance.
please, you are off.
I'm off. I'm also then it's the network.
Yes, you went
I'm
off
just
some
I'm
few
just
seconds.
adding more on what we are saying that they
Okay,
are those
okay.
it's it's past 11:20. When are we ending this class?
11:10.
I was supposed to end at 11:10.
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, forgive me. Oh. And it's almost getting to 11:30. I think it's around
It's
11:28 or
11:50.
so. Sorry, oh, forgive. But for sometimes you don't prompt me again. It is well. All right. So please, then let's end it here, okay? So that next week when we come, God willing, when we come, we'll take it up from here, okay?
Madam, today is last meeting.
Please,
No?
is that okay? Today is last meeting.
Yes. Yes, please.